4th year with the Steelers, and he's taken his team to another Super Bowl. He won Super Bowl 43 over Arizona 27-23, and now with Antonio Brown waiting for the opening kickoff, Crosby will get rid of it. And we play football. In the end zone, Brown will take it out. A slight hesitation, and Antonio Brown with a good return to start this game for the Steelers. Crosby forced him out, and a 37-yard return by the rookie Antonio Brown starts this game. Now we look at the backs and receivers for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They rank 14th overall offensively, and an offensive line. Troy, it's the 6th different combination up front, and the first NFL start at center for Doug Legursky.
Yeah, a lot of adjustments really along that offensive line throughout the season. They were able to settle in over the second half, and then a big loss last week or 2 weeks ago in that AFC Championship game when Marquise Pouncey went down with the foot injury.
Starting at the 36, quick throw, Hines Ward out on the edge, and it's Matthews making the play for Green Bay. And now the defense. These are two defenses that are very similar. Coordinator is Dom Capers. They run a 3-4, as do the Steelers. P.J. Raji is in the middle, then the linebackers, and we'll be saying Clay Matthews' name a lot.
Well, it seems we do each and every week, and I think that when you look at what Pittsburgh intends to do with some of their empty sets, they've not yet shown it. You could anticipate then Clay Matthews receiving a lot of single blocking there up front.
On 2nd down and 6, Mendenhall gets it, and he goes down immediately. A loss on the play of 4, and Frank Zombo, who had missed 6 straight games with a knee injury, active, starting, and he makes a play on the 2nd snap.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of talk when you come in, you play the Green Bay Packers. Because of the way that they played defensively in the regular season, they were one of the worst in the NFL in terms of stopping people running the football. In the postseason, that has not been the case. They have been exceptional.
It's 3rd and 10. Pretty good pocket. Roethlisberger fires to the sideline, incomplete. And it's 3 and out for the Steelers with their first possession. Antonio Brown, the intended target.
Well, that's a great job there defensively by the Green Bay Packers. They defer the coin toss. They're going to get the ball and to start the second half. Antonio Brown with the opening kickoff. You know, he was able to give this offense pretty good field position, but Pittsburgh failed to do anything with it.
Tramon Williams waits for it. Kapanos, a former Packer, will kick it. There has never been a punt return for a touchdown in Super Bowl history, and there won't be one here. That ball is dropped, and the fight for the football. A muff punt by Tramon Williams, and let's see who gets on top. Green Bay's football. You talk about anxious moments here at the start of the game. It stays with Green Bay as Tramon Williams with Sam Shields, the rookie, right in his face. His teammate couldn't haul it in cleanly, and then somebody down at the bottom of the pile came away with a football.
Yeah, I think that was the bigger thing, Joe, that Tramon Williams, you know, sometimes you get into a game like this, you don't know how these young players, how their nerves are going to be, but I don't think that was the case. I think it was just the fact that Sam Shields was right there in his lap, and he was worried about him, and so there for a split second, he just took his eyes off the ball. Big break there by Green Bay being able to get back on that ball.
It was Tramon Williams who came away with the football, so in the end, no harm, no foul, and now starting at the 21. Quick throw over the middle, broken up, and a good play made by Woodley on Jennings. And so now this offense, which has been putting up yards and points in the postseason under the controls of Aaron Rodgers.
He's been outstanding. He's been great all season long. He's been good in the postseason. Didn't have as good a game in the championship game there against the Chicago Bears, but still, having said that, has completed over 70% of his passes in the 3 postseason games.
On the second play, it's Starks, and the rookie Starks gets a yard. Knocked down by Woodley. This is a defense that is coordinated by Dick LeBeau, who is a 73-year-old Hall of Famer. It's a 3-4 defense in Troy. The question for Green Bay offensively is, will Aaron Rodgers have time to take advantage of the matchups on the outside?
Yeah, that's every quarterback goes into each game against these Steelers saying the same thing. And there's very few matchups when you look at these outside linebackers that they don't win on a consistent basis week in and week out.
Penalty flag flies. Could be a free play, and this one is complete to Driver. Steelers were showing a blitz, and they came across early, and the preliminary indication is it's against Pittsburgh. It's a 24-yard completion.
Offsides, number 51. Defense. Penalty is declined. First down.
This is a blitz right here that Pittsburgh had a lot of success with last year in that December meeting. They come right back with it here on the first possession. They get Ferrier for being offsides. But the Packers failed to pick this blitz up very well last year, and they knew they were going to get a heavy dose of it. First time the Steelers come with it, they're able to block it up, even though Ferrier got called with the penalty.
So that's the first down of the game, and Rodgers now has his team at his own 46. Play action. Rodgers throws, gets hit too high for Jordy Nelson. And Aaron Rodgers ends up on his back. Aaron Rodgers.
Brett Kiesel right here. He just twists and he keeps playing, and they turn him loose. They thought they had 2 guys on him, and you know, Brett Kiesel, Joe, he got a lot of attention this week for that thing that he's calling a beard, but he's a heck of a football player too, and I think that maybe is what got lost this week.
He hasn't touched that beard since June. Consequently, nobody else has touched it. 2nd and 10. Here's Starks. Tries to run through Timmons. Picks up 3. I started to say that Aaron Rodgers grew up in Chico, California, which is in Northern California, about 90 minutes northeast of Sacramento. His dad is Ed, his mom Darla, 2 brothers, Luke and Jordan. He grew up a 49er fan, idolized Joe Montana, then Steve Young. Was not recruited out of high school, went to Butte College, a junior college, then got a ride to Cal. His favorite team passed on him in the first round when he was drafted in 05. The Packers are thrilled he fell to them with a 24th pick. 3rd and 7. A stunt up front. This is Nelson through his arms. That pass was there, and Jordy Nelson could not come down with it.
Aaron Rodgers had Ferrier back in his lap, but he still delivered a perfect throw here. You're going to see, I mean, that's a ball that Jordy Nelson makes most of the time. Just went right through his arms. You know, there's Ferrier. You got John Kuhn, who was in protection. He's got to go attack Ferrier, because Ferrier, even though he's been in this league a long time, he is a physical player.
Mastey's had a very good postseason. Drills this one deep, and Jared Bush can't make the play. Into the end zone. Steelers will have it for the 2nd time, starting at their own 20. Almost. Nelson couldn't make the catch. No score early. Super Bowl 45.
Today's game is sponsored by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go.